Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December 2019. As with all general readings, please do take what resonates and leave the rest. So we're going to link to Spirit first to see what insight they want to give us, what general themes we can be expecting to see for the month of December. And then we're going to go and pull some cards. We're going to first of all start with the Enchanted Lenormand, the big spread, which is hopefully going to give a wider insight, wider perspective of things. Then we're going to obviously get some more tarot to confirm, a few more layers, and then some oracle cards for outcomes. So I'm just going to get a link with Spirit, see what it is they would like. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it feels like there's a bit of heavy energy here, but let me just see what they want to say. I'm hearing turnaround, and I don't know why, but it's like, I feel like there's a weight on me here all of a sudden. Now, I feel a little bit melancholic, I'm not going to lie. It's like I'm under pressure for some reason, or there's some kind of decision that has to be made, but I feel really a little bit lethargic and a little bit down. Hopefully that's not you. Let's just see what else they want to bring forward. Yeah, I feel like I just want to sit and listen to music. I don't know, I just feel like maybe some of you are just sitting and listening to music, but I feel like a really heavy energy with this. It's like you're really beating yourselves up to the point of, well, it just feels very hard, like you're being really hard on yourselves. Let me just see what else they want to bring here. We're going to go to the cards after that. It feels very like there's something building towards this sort of through this month here, that towards the tail end is going to be, I don't know, it just feels like there's a sort of an anxious feeling, like I'm waiting for something to happen. Maybe you're waiting for a decision, maybe you're waiting for someone, but it just feels like I'm waiting, and I don't like where I'm at. I just feel like this energy is really heavy, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully this isn't your energy. Just feels like I'm really under pressure to like I'm trying to be myself, but I don't know, it's like I can't be myself, or I feel restricted. It just doesn't, it feels like I'm under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. Hopefully this isn't you. I mean, they seem to say that all will be well. You know, it's like it's a transitional energy. I mean, you guys do have, you know, Jupiter's just moved into Capricorn, so I'd be checking what planets are conjunct. And don't forget, you've also got the eclipse that's coming on the 26th of December, which is Sun, Moon, Mercury, Jupiter, and the South Node is all going to be in Aquarius. Now, Mercury obviously is a planet of communication. It's about change. It's about the mind. Jupiter is about luck, expansion, you know. And then the Sun is obviously the masculine energy, and the Moon is the feminine. And South Node is about essentially your karmic past, how you've lived in this lifetime previously, and previous past lives as well. But it feels like there's a shake-up. That's how I want to say it. So I'd be looking around your Capricorn, around the house Capricorn is in, and what planets are there. And if you want me to have a look for you and give you a bit of insight, I am charging £10. But if you want a more in-depth insight personally for you, £30, and information is in the description box. It's interesting because I'm just saying, it just feels like there's a shake-up. It just feels like literally a shake-up with this energy. And it feels like it's in different areas. Feels like it's in different areas. Let's just let's pull the, hang on, let me just see what else they want to say here. Okay, they're saying carry on. Let's pull from the Enchanted Lenormand. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please, for the month of December 2019. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please, Spirit, for the month of December 2019. What can you tell us here? Sagittarius, Capricorn, December 2019. Capricorn, please. Capricorn, December 2019, please, Spirit. Capricorn. Right, they're saying stop. So this is going to be the big spread. Essentially with this, it's showing a wider perspective, but it's going to be 4 rows of 9 cards. So give me 2 seconds while I'm sort of putting all the cards out, and then we'll look at the themes and what we can expect to see here. Let's have a look. Okay, interesting. Okay, cool. Right. This is about your roots. This is going to be about your roots. The first card we've got here, which is usually the first 3 cards, and then each of the corner cards are the main themes. This is about your roots. Where you have rooted down, what have you anchored in to your reality at this present moment in time? What are you kind of set on? Okay, what are you focused on? What is your, because again, the anchor card being the first card, it's asking you not just about your legacy and about what you contribute. It's your location, your environment. It's your, I'm hearing predetermined plans. It feels very fated. Now it's next to the fish, which the fish usually is very much Piscean energy. Maybe you are looking at laying solid plans to settle in a place after a much deliberation. Obviously with the anchor and the fish, it's usually about putting down roots, or a confusion around putting down roots. Okay, next to that is the man. Maybe a man has propositioned you or put towards an idea of you putting down roots, moving, changing your living environment, working environment, and it's causing you to reassess things. It could have been that you are having to recalibrate certain things, because with the fish, underneath the fish is the mice card, which does indicate a lack of money. It can indicate stress. It can indicate debt. Underneath the anchor card is the female, the girl. It feels to me like you probably wanted to put down roots. However, maybe finances have been problematic, or the practicalities have been problematic, or your plans maybe weren't as solid as you would hoped. Maybe this is someone to do with a love connection that hadn't ordinarily came out and sort of said, yeah, this is what I want. Maybe this person had kept it to themselves how they feel, and they hadn't ever really gone out in public with you or demonstrated how they felt publicly. This is coming. Okay, this is coming. I feel like around, if this is a love connection, there has been previous arguments about it, and I feel like at some point in time there was a lack of trust. Maybe you felt like that person disappointed you. Because again, I'm looking at this, shows me the recent past as well as the kind of now, it feels to me that you, if you are feminine watching this, you are looking at having children, being a parent. It's like you are looking at settling down, and you are hoping that the other person feels the same. Now, interestingly, underneath the girl is the Tower, which is indicative of change, okay? The Tower is usually, again, similar to the Tower card in the tarot, is about the rug being pulled. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be bad, okay? Just an FYI. You don't always get Tower moments that are terrible. Sometimes they can bring foresight, they can bring insight, and it can be good because it's bringing you information that you wouldn't have already known. This, to me, if it isn't something to do with potentially a conception of a pregnancy, which again, if you're not looking to have, then make sure you're taking precautions, then it's going to be about your environment. That it could be that you're moving in with someone. But next to the Tower is the Sun and the Heron. Okay. Now, interestingly, next to the man, the first three cards, which is the anchor, the fish, and the man. Next to the man is the ring, which is a sign of commitment. Okay, and next to the ring is the child. So this looks to me like someone is trying to set up a family or have a stable environment. Now, last time I got comments about, oh, my womb isn't for rent. That's fine. I'm not forcing you to have children. I'm not forcing you to go out and adopt. I'm not. This is a psychic reading, not an adoption agency advertisement. So if you don't feel like you want children, obviously that's something, a bit of information you put to one side and say, clearly that wasn't for me. And then you listen and say, right, maybe that isn't for me, maybe that is. But the important thing is to not live by me, because I'm my own human being and I'm just giving information and channeling messages. This is supposed to be helpful rather than dictatorship or me, you know, kind of putting my will or imposing my will onto other people. So again, take it with a grain of salt, okay? I don't want to read comments, and I'm sure other people don't want to read comments like that, because it was a particularly negative comment. So, you know what I mean? No one wants to see that, really. So if you don't want children, then you don't want children. If you can't have children, then my sincere condolences. Maybe you do want children, maybe you don't. But again, I'm giving you information. Take what resonates and leave the rest. As with everything I'm saying here, unless you're having a personalised reading, then it's going to be more individualised and tailored for you, because it's going to be a one-on-one, okay? So the other themes of the cards here are, we've got the birds, which is in the top right hand corner, which is, again, each of the four corners of the spread is usually indicative of the other secondary themes. This is about communication. This is discussions around talk, okay? It could be discussions around movement, because we've got the ship underneath that. Now, if there has been a third party involved with this, there is also a female element around the birds, and then there's a male underneath it. So it could have been that something that was maybe not discussed around a third party, that is going to be discussed. But there is definitely secretive elements around this, so just make sure you're digging, because I feel like you're going to need to. Just dig as much best you can, and if something doesn't sit right with you, keep digging. That's the only, I mean, look, I'm Scorpio moon, so I will dig until I need to. I'm like a private detective. So underneath that, the last corner is the bouquet. So this is about a surprise, a celebration, something, an announcement, news that is positive. Okay, because above that is the key, which is usually about an unlocking, an opening, a revelation, news. So it's positive news that's coming forward, that may have been sort of suppressed, or someone may not have given you this news and then you found out and it's a really lovely surprise, but there is some positive news coming. It feels like a birth. I'm not going to lie. It really feels like someone's having babies right now. Obviously right now, but yeah, it's like I feel like people are putting the past to sleep, to bed. People are wanting to put the past to bed here. They want to move forward and clear out whatever wasn't revealed before. They want to just give that energy away and close it out. They are showing around the sort of love connection, that there is a sense of loyalty here. This could have been manifested a long time ago that wasn't quite ready. They could have previously been around a situation that was a domestic situation where they were in a partnership before. But again, this person's making an effort because they're connected with the ship, which is about travel, movement, making plans. This is also very strong communication, because I'm seeing the letter around the man as well as the home, which is about discussions around domesticity, partnerships. Maybe your partner's going to want to move in with you. Maybe your significant other, or the person that you're thinking of, your love interest, is going to want to move in with you. And again, as per the previous comments, if this doesn't relate to you, if you don't have a partner and this is not going to be meant for you, just take what resonates. I just keep hearing leaving the past behind, and I'm going out with a bang, leaving the past behind, going out with a bang. If you are a darker haired male or female, you are probably going to have a lighter haired male or female around you, but not necessarily. Obviously, again, doesn't have to necessarily be the case. see what these other relationships are here. Let's see. 28. That's a number 3 card, which is, I'm just having a look into the numerology of this now. Okay, definitely movement. We've got double ship here. This is all about someone. I'm hearing staking a claim. Someone is going to come forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 20. So basically what I'm doing is the position that the cards are in, there's also a link to what their meanings are. So I'm having a look at the significance of that. The garden is also around the love interest, which is, again, it's about social gatherings, social relations, public relations, socializing. Yeah, it could be like someone that you may not have been official with that is now open and, you know, in the public domain. So it's like, this could also be a public figure, but it's like someone is saying, yes, I would like to be with you, and this is an official relationship. It could also be that as well. Let's have a look. There's definitely children here. There's definitely an energy of children. There could have been a third party involvement at some point with this, and that person could also have had a pregnancy, or they are aware at the moment there is potentially a pregnancy. Make sure you're digging information here. If this person's coming back towards you, I feel like, because you've got the key next to the man as well, I'm just having a look at the connections between all the cards. The key next to the man is usually very significant of something unlocking and being opened up, okay, obviously. So it's like an unblock. So if you've been sat waiting on this, it feels like things are freeing up here and that there is a positive movement forward with this. Again, because the last card was the bouquet, this is going to involve positive news. There is definitely positive news on the horizon here. So this is a number 9 card. Okay, it's about simple gift, appreciation or recognition. It's about happy and confident. This is a harmonious partnership, an affectionate pair, a stylish couple. It can be about gifts, awards, emotional happiness, persuasion, a bridesmaid, a female entrepreneur, an older woman, a merry widow, a stepmother. Let's see what the right, the fact that it's next to the key is, it means destined for success and like a model solution. So it's like that someone's finding an ideal solution within amongst all this situation. So if you are currently, you know, negotiating your life with you as a single human being, or within a partnership, there is a successful resolution that is at hand within the month of December. Now I'm going to get the Oracle of the Radiant Sun cards, because I want to get some more depth on this situation here. So please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, for the month of December 2019, please, Spirit. What can you tell us, please? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please, for the month of December. This is definitely about setting roots down. Capricorn, Venus signs for the month of December. They want me to read the anchor card, which is the very first card, because it does set the scene for a lot of this is one of the main themes they're saying. So, okay, the anchor can be depended upon to hold firm stability, security and safety. When it comes up in a reading, it will stabilize you. It can become more stale, but it can become more lackluster for someone whose life is already pretty solid. Alongside perseverance, this lack of movement is a feature of the card. So If you've had a lack of movement, then again, don't forget the last card was the bouquet. It's about the movement forward. It's like a model outcome, you know. So it's about a freeing of that energy, which means a positive resolution. Yeah, the other meaning is that of livelihood and lifestyle and work. So this is about permanent, reliable, enduring. This is about a settled relationship. This is about a reliable career, self-reliant person, stability, a symbol of hope and perseverance. Let's see, number 34. Okay, so yeah, it's about maintenance, legacy, like I said, confidence, courage, habits, okay, permanent employment, useful work, stable account, supportive networks, comforting ties, a regular routine, useful connections, and setting a goal. Okay, so that's the meaning for the anchor here. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs, please, for the month of December. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus signs, please, for the month of December. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus signs for the month. Okay, cool. I'm going to just pull a few more cards to get an overall view, but there's 5 already pulled. We've got the intuition card, we've got domination, acquisition, publicity, and harmony. Now, obviously there's a lot of good cards there, but there could also be a bit of a power struggle here. With the first card, intuition, we've pulled drama. With the second card, domination, we've pulled originality. With the third card, acquisition, we've pulled eccentricity. With the fourth card, publicity, we've pulled restlessness. And then the last card, harmony, we've pulled patience. Okay, so again, it's really indicative of the first set of cards we've had, right? But I'll go through it because it starts with this sort of a bit of drama, because the second card we pulled to confirm the first, well, was drama. And it ends with harmony. So this is a transition from maybe a bit of a kind of up and down to something more solid. But let's start with the first set of cards. So we've got intuition here. Okay, so maybe something has sparked your interest in around the first sort of part of December to say, is this how I want this to be? Confirming that is drama. So it could be that there's indecision. Maybe the anchor that was obviously confirming this information is about the fact that you're being rooted to something and you don't know if you want to be, or you're stuck in a situation that is not moving. There's a bit of drama that is not resolving itself, and it's something you desperately want to have a look into. You are going to get solutions, because with the intuition card, it's suggesting that there is a breakthrough. It's like I just keep seeing and hearing breakthrough with this. And don't forget, with this drama card, with that kind of knotted 3 kind of, like, it looks like a pretzel, but this, I just want to bite through that. But to me, that looks like it's going to break. I don't know why for this particular situation, but it looks like rather than it kind of being knotted and no movement, it's breaking and then it allows movement. So I'm not saying, no, this is all going to break up and everything's going wrong. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the stuckness of the situation you are in is going to become more free-flowing, which means a resolution, okay? The next part of the next card is domination. Okay, so that can suggest a bit of a power struggle here around the decisions that you would like to make. Maybe that one person is taking preference, or maybe you feel like their needs are being taken into consideration more than your own. But because it's confirming with originality, this is about something new, evolving from it. This is not about the tried and tested ways. This is about a new approach, a new start, a new... And again, this could be where the tower moment comes in. It's something new that is forming and developing that hasn't had a chance to take place yet, but it is developing. Okay, next card is acquisition. And acquisition is usually about a partnership, a marriage, a union, okay, because there's a contract behind it. And again, this is linked with Taurus. Usually it's about a solid commitment, because acquisition, it's usually well, obviously you sign a marriage contract, don't you? So usually that's where that comes from. Now, interestingly, underneath that is eccentricity. So maybe your partnership isn't how you were expecting, or maybe, you know, in terms of your ideal love, they're not what you were expecting. Maybe they're from a different area, maybe they're, you know, doing a different job, maybe you guys are like polar opposites. But there's something about the connection here that maybe deemed, or maybe you deemed that it isn't something that you would have expected to be around. Maybe they don't expect to be around, you know, they weren't thinking, oh my goodness, I would never expect this person to fall in love with them, but I am, you know. There's something about it that is different, okay? That maybe that's what you're discussing. Maybe that is part of the discussion around December, is how to join the two kind of differences together. And that's what this is, you're working towards, all right? Now, interestingly, don't forget when I mentioned about how the garden talks about social settings and something coming to light, well, it confirms it again with publicity, because this is about announcements, things being seen, things being heard, okay? And she's pointing to the star, okay? So again, because it's confirmed with restlessness, you or maybe the other person may, again, not have liked that anchoring energy, which was reaching you to the spot where you weren't able to come out in the open with this connection. Maybe the eccentricities around the connection were not allowing you to be as open. But there is a publicity, so there is a public display of your union, your connection, that is going to be taking place around this month, because that's what I'm saying. And again, we've also got the Harmony card, which is about a union of two people, a merging of energies here to combine. Again, this is Libra energy, but it comes with patience. So this is not, again, it could be that that's what you're working towards after the December period, where you've kind of joined together the differences, you're understanding the differences. And again, if this is not with another person, this could be with you, okay? Maybe you're not feeling like you fit in, maybe you're trying to understand your path in the world. And that's, again, where the intuition is leading you. So again, take it as it resonates. Maybe the domination is that you're trying to find your path and forge your path. And there's others that are maybe suppressing that and you're trying to forge your own way. But this is about breaking free, whether it's with you or with someone else, in order to form that bond, to maintain a stability in order to move forward in a peaceful, loving way. Let's just see. Let's get some more clarifiers. Intuition and drama, please. What is intuition and drama? Okay. What is domination and originality? What is acquisition and eccentricity? What is publicity and restlessness? And harmony and patience. Okay. So with the first two cards, intuition and drama, something is being unlocked. Again, it could be to do with the Tower moment. Maybe there's something that you're discovering within this month, okay? Discovery could also be travel. It could be about you. It could be about your partnership. It means that there's an awareness. The drama, the intuition and discovery, learning about something that maybe wasn't as readily seen, okay? The next card's domination and originality, but it comes with choice. So is there something that is to do with you that you are going to have to make a decision around? Again, with the choice card, this is linked to Libra, more Libra energy. Maybe that it calls for you to put yourself, you know, your needs first. Maybe if it's to do with a partnership, that you're having to decide between their needs and your needs. Maybe they're making a choice. Maybe their connection, maybe there's someone around them and they're having to choose. But the originality is about doing something new. It's about breaking a routine that hasn't been done before, so that people are happy. People are genuinely happy. Okay, now with the acquisition and the eccentricity, which remember is about union, there's secrets. Okay, This is about secrets. Remember when I was talking about doing the digging? So if there is a third party, are you aware of that connection? Let's just dig a bit here and see what I mean, look, everyone is going to be potentially different here, but and don't forget, if you're sat here going, there's absolutely no secrets between me and my partner, then obviously this is not for you. Secrets, what are the secrets, please, Spirit? What are the secrets, please, Spirit? It could just be that they do have someone else, because I've just seen the partnership card, but let's see what else we can get. What are the secrets, please? I feel like they might not be telling you everything, because we've got the discrimination card. It's like, are they telling you absolutely everything? What are the secrets, please? What are the secrets? Indecision and manipulation. These are the two cards that came out, all right? So with secrets, acquisition and eccentricity, the two cards that came out were indecision and manipulation. Very kind of Scorpio energy. So let's dig a bit deeper now. If you're sat here saying there is absolutely no way that my person is manipulative, then this is not for you, okay? If you're sat there going, well, actually, yeah, they can be a bit sort of sneaky with these things, it could just be the secret is they're a bit undecided still, and they don't want to say anything because they're trying to decide. But don't forget, we had a positive outcome. So again, it just means you need to have more communication. If this is relating to you with the manipulation, let's dig. What is the manipulation, please? Again, everyone's going to be different, but let's see what we can find out. What is the manipulation, please? Influence. And again, looks like a third party influence, all right? So it could well be that they haven't shut out someone from their past, and they're saying that, or they're undecided from someone their past. But there's something about that energy that is not fully formed, but again, discussion, communication is worthwhile. And then with the publicity card and restlessness, we had caution. Okay, we had caution. So this can indicate other options. Let's see, what is the caution card, please, Spirit? What is the caution card? And again, with restlessness, are they don't forget with the anchor, anchors are very solid energy. So are they a restless person energetically? I don't know why that webcam's gone weird. That's better. Are they a cautious person? Are they a restless energy? And because obviously you don't want to sort of go, yeah, you know, we're in a partnership now, and then the next sort of 3 minutes they're like, I don't really know if I want this. It's like, okay then. What is the caution? Yeah, adaptability, practicality, control, and companionship. Just make sure they're neat. Like, that. What are they going into this situation for? Are they? Is it clear what they're going into the situation with you for? Because now this is the second card about control that's come out. We've had domination, we've had control, we've had manipulation. So just make sure that everything is very much clear, that you're not sort of throwing yourself into something and announcing all this, you know, lovely, happy news, and then they haven't quite told you everything. Because, I mean, it doesn't have to be as ridiculous and as sort of extreme as that kind of manipulation, control, dominance. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but it could just be that they're, again, indecision, and that they aren't, they weren't in a position to say anything, which sounds a bit crazy, but it happens, you know. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe they wanted the happy moment and they didn't want to say anything, but just make sure you're communicating, okay? And then with harmony and patience, and again, don't forget the patience is the key theme here, just because this is going to have a happy outcome, but you just need to make sure that you're crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and there's open, clear communication between both parties. Both parties are happy, they know what's going on. But this part of the month, this, you know, December, is going to be about navigating through that. This is essentially what the themes are, okay? But again, confirming that is achievement. So there is something that is going to be built upon from this. This is not just going to be, you know, energy going round and round and round in circles and then no outcomes. Because don't forget, we had the fish as the second card and the outcome was the man. So yeah, the energy might be a bit fluid and sort of, you know, transitional, but there is an outcome here that is a bit more solid. Yeah. Interestingly, we've got the protection card. So, you know, is this individual trying to protect you? Maybe their life is a bit up and down and they don't want you getting too involved because it is hassle, and therefore they're trying to protect you as well. What is protection, please, Spirit? And if it's not to do with an individual, it could just be that if your choices are not free-flowing, that the universe is trying to protect you until the right things come to you, okay? We've got assertion as well now. So again, it feels very protective. We've got a man fighting a dragon here. So it's like maybe they don't quite want you involved in this energy because they think that you're worth more than that. You know, it depends. But let's see what else we can pull card-wise here. Let's see. Let's get some more oracles and figure out what's going on. Yeah, they want me to pull from another deck now. I'm just trying to clear some space. Yeah, they want me to pull from the Sibyl's Oraculum. Now, when I last shuffled these cards, I really don't like the texture of these cards. It goes right through me. But I'm being good and I'm listening to my guides and they're saying you must pull from this deck. So I'm going to listen to them. But the texture of these cards when you shuffle them, and don't get me wrong, I love these cards. But for some, and look, this is not shade, I feel terrible. Someone's probably put so much work into these cards and I'm like shading it. But listen, I'm clairsentient here. I can feel everything, right? There's something about the texture of these cards that goes right through me. It's the way that they shuffle, but I'm going to stop moaning now because no one wants to hear that. So, okay. Nope. Had it the right way first time. Okay, so Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. Capricorn, 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 Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please. Capricorn for the month of December. Right, hang on a minute. Okay, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for the month of December. Okay, so the first card we got was Lust. So there's obviously a very strong connection here. And again, if you're not resonating with that, then maybe there's a new person that's coming towards you that is a strong lustful connection. Okay, sorry, these cards are a little bit dark, but I love the artwork. The second is aggression, and we've got the Scorpion. Again, another scorpionic type of energy. So just remember the mid kind of part way through the month, there could be some disagreements around the dynamics of this, okay, because this is now confirming it again. And then the last part is gratitude. So just focus on those things that do benefit you, that do bring you comfort, joy, happiness in amongst those other times, because it's important to focus on that if you're having that kind of transitional energy where you're trying to meander through a situation to get to the best part or to get through and to resolution. Just focus on the gratitude. Just ask your guides, spirit, to thank them for different things. I always try and make sure I thank my guides and helpers, loved ones, ancestors for every reading and every session I do here, because they're not gonna they'd just be like, you're on your own otherwise, you know what I mean? Let's see. I'm going to read from the book here, if I can find. For some reason they don't number these cards, but right, let's read. It says gratitude. the pair, okay, questions to consider. Do you really appreciate what you already have? Are you taking advantage of someone else's generosity? Are you permitting others to take advantage of you? Do you do for others what you want them to do for you? How can you show more gratitude? Are you mindful of ungrateful, indifferent or apathetic speech behaviour that can be aggravating the problem? Do you feel you're entitled to more just because and not because you've earned it? Again, if the answers to these questions are no, then obviously that's fine, you know. Or if it's like, do you really appreciate what you already have? Yes, then it's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's just asking you to use your own. Yeah. So. I'm not reading the book. I'm just trying to flick to the. They're numbering it by colour, and yeah, I do love this book. I think it's beautiful. The Oracle of the Black Doves of Africa. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think the artwork's amazing as well, and the kind of symbology behind it is really stunning. I'm going to stop moaning about this deck because I feel I feel bad. Like I don't want to. It's just not. It's not right. Like the artwork's stunning. Okay, aggression. It says. Okay, interesting. It says. This is really intense energy. That's why I like this deck. It says destroy any and all obstacles to the attainment of your goal. Force is warranted at this time. Wow. That's interesting. That's what it suggests. That's the suggestive energy behind it. Now, obviously, no, I'm going to leave it with you to discern what you feel is, because obviously, you know, I'm not talking about kind of destroying people, you know, like that's obviously, you have to use discernment there, which I hope you guys obviously would understand without me having to point it out. The Scorpion represents aggression against attack and unceasing battle until the very end. Okay. And this is the mythological association with it is with Ammit. Ammit was the Cometian goddess of the divine retribution. I love how intense these cards are. In the Pert M Hero, or the Book of the Coming Forth by Day, aka the Book of the Dead, Ammit awaited the judgment of the deceased. If a person was found not to be in alignment with the truth, Ammit would devour the person's soul. Goodness me. Therefore, extinguishing them completely out of existence. Trust the Scorpio moon to buy this. I'll tell you what though, this book, this is where I love this book because it's so interesting. But anyway, I'm going to stop harping on about that now. I think you'll get that I like these cards. Right, let's pull some more cards here. Let's go with the energy oracle cards for outcomes. Okay, so outcome please for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of December 2019, the last month of the 2010 decade. Outcomes for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. December 2019, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. Oh, goodness. Okay, so watch for any jealousy, envy around you. Okay, obviously we don't entertain that kind of energy because it's just low vibration, isn't it? And therefore might be why they're saying focus on what you do have, okay? So, and don't forget the message about destroying or just work through destroying any of your own, you know, negative attributes that you feel is around you. So don't, again, if someone's envious of you, wish them well, because that's, you know, at the end of the day, everyone can attain these things. It doesn't mean to say they have to kind of project that onto someone else. So again, just work through your own things. But outcomes please. What are the outcomes for Capricorn? What are the outcomes for Capricorn? Okay, again, don't forget that anchor and energy. So there's a little bit of energy tied up here that we're just waiting to release. All right, so it could be that envious. Maybe there's people around the situation or you that are envious and you're just trying to release yourself from that. But again, let's see what else they want to say for outcomes. Again, this is going to involve patience. This is the second time now that they've mentioned this in for outcomes. So I feel like that's a really important message. Let's just see anything else they can tell us here. And you are going to have other possibilities that are going to open themselves to you here, adjacent possibilities. So if outcomes or situations aren't as clear, there are going to be other energies around you that are going to become more clearer. And it's just a matter of keeping options open, keeping a wider perspective, a wider outlook, because you're more likely to spot those opportunities then. Okay, let's do some enchanted map. Outcomes, please. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for the month of December 2019. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. December 2019. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus signs for December 2019. Outcomes. Oh, this is lovely. This is the wishing well. This is 48, which adds up to a 3. Okay, that's a beautiful energy here. So let's just read from the Let's read from the book. Okay. Okay, wishing well. Desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let it go of all attachment to ownership. Desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration and sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It is an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate or are conceiving a baby or an idea. I said that at the beginning, didn't I? The wishing well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens, it just does. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well. Then trust in spirit and prepare to be amazed. Okay guys, so hopefully that's been of some assistance. That's been your Capricorn reading for December 2019. The next video is going to be posted, because I did say yesterday, it's basically the next video is going to be posted Monday now, which is going to be Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for the month of December. After I've done Aquarius and Pisces, we're going to be doing pick a card readings, which is going to be focusing on what next year brings, what 2020s will bring, past life stuff, other different bits and pieces. If you do want to email me for a personal reading, information in the description box. If you are wanting to get some insight personalised in relation to the eclipse coming up, information in the description box. And thank you for all your likes and subscriptions and shares. It means a massive amount to me. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening and watching. I wish you guys all the very best for December, for Christmas and New Year. If you don't celebrate Christmas and New Year, then have a wonderful December anyway. Take good care. Bye.